Hey, happy New Year already? It's 2025, Lou. What's up with that? How'd that happen?
Yeah, right. Happy New Year, all. And we're off to a new one now.
Yeah. So we got some fun stuff for January. There's a very well-known drummer, singer, songwriter, producer, multi-instrumentalist named Phil Collins. You may have heard of, unless you've lived on the moon. Well, I think even those on the moon know about Phil.
Yeah,
And
right.
we're going to dedicate this episode to Phil. And you want to check out the Drum Talk TV Brilliance.com site. That's www.drumtalktvbrilliance.com. So you can enter the drumming challenge dedicated to Phil Collins. And you can play to anything. I've got some stuff in there that he did with Robert Plant, some old Genesis stuff. You know, he's played with so many people. Robert Plant, Tears for Fears, Genesis, his own stuff, of course, Eric Clapton, Feed the World. I mean, so many different things he's done. You can play to anything as part of that drumming challenge. But Lou, how has Phil influenced your drumming and musicality?
Well, first, little nod to, even though I play on a right-handed setup, nod to the lefties. I am a lefty. Phil,
Yeah.
probably the most, one of, if not the most famous left-hand
Yeah.
setup drummer. Although, Ringo also a lefty, but he played on a right-handed setup, so to say.
Right. Ian
Uh,
Pace on a lefty kit.
Yeah, so like Phil's probably like that most iconic left-hander kit, and that sound, that Phil sound, that big huge concert tom sound that he became known for. But yeah, a lot of I was actually had to do my reverse homework. I kind of stumbled across Phil when he was the front man of Genesis, and then with Robert Plant, and I saw him perform on that tour, and then got back into the early Genesis because I also like Peter Gabriel, but then did my reverse homework on the Genesis stuff.
Yeah, fun stuff. That old stuff. That very first live album with Watcher of the Skies, Return of the Giant Hogweed, Get 'Em Out by Friday. All that stuff is such great drumming. And of course, The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway,
Right.
that epic, which turned 50 years old last year, 2024. Just great music over and over and over out of that band, and in almost every incarnation of that band. I say almost because, in my personal opinion, the album they did when Phil was gone was anyhow. Phil Collins, Full of Phil. That's our episode coming up. Coming up on the 5th already. Wow. All right, and you froze for a moment.
Okay, it looks like I think we're okay here, right? We still
Yeah,
moving?
we're okay. We're okay.
And yes, folks, it is the Phil episode, so at least one of the choices will be that drum fill.
Definitely. And if you're a fan of Phil, chime in with some of your favorite songs in the comments and watch for our episode coming up. Is going to be great.